Come on, chat. I know I'm a couple minutes late to the game. I apologize. Edwards at the line for South Carolina, looking to tie this game up with a free throw. She missed it. Edwards 1 for 2 at the line from the free throw. Go on, chat. Let me know who you got winning today. Who's winning the national championship for the women's? Hits is short. Johnson gets the rebound for South Carolina. 17-14 here, chat. Raven Johnson with the right-hand finger roll. Can't get it to land. Strong gets the rebound. Beckers to Fudd. The Strong for a three. No good. Klitz and Kitts battling for the rebound. Can't get it. It's going to go back to Sarah Strong. She's going to battle in. Kitts on the defense. She goes in for the board. Can't get it. It's going to be rebounded by Wiley. South Carolina started 5 for 7 from the field. Since then, they're now 1 for 5, chat. UConn's defense has slowed them down here late in the first. Edwards being bumped by Strong, losing control of the ball. She's going to go down with it. You're going to call it UConn ball. Beckers and Strong were fighting for the loose ball on the court there. From Edwards, and they're going to give it to possession of UConn. Three-point lead for Connecticut here, chat. Brady. Inside the Fudd. It's knocked away. Loose ball. Another floor ball, and this time they're going to call it South Carolina ball. Another turnover. South Carolina possession with the ball again. This is Bree Hall. The Kitts in the corner. Brady on the defense. She's going to drive in around the corner. Dumps it inside to Edwards. She's going for a basket. Can't get it. Kitts with the rebound. She tries to get the putback. She doesn't get it. And Sarah Strong with that rebound. Another failed offensive attempt for South Carolina. Bree Hall is going to draw the offensive foul from UConn. They're going to call that foul on KK Arnold for UConn. Yeah, she was still moving after the handoff. The Fudd got in the way of Hall, knocked her over. Third foul on UConn. 0 points for South Carolina, chat, in the last 4 minutes here. Pow inside to Edwards. She puts it up, can't get it. Arnold takes that rebound. South Carolina can't score here, chat, in the last 4 minutes. Sarah Strong with 4.6 rebounds already. For the freshman Strong, she gives it to Becker. She goes in for the basket and she gets it. Paige Becker, 3 seconds left. Pow pow to Tessa Edwards. She takes a lob three, and that's not going to land. 19-14 lead. Huskies up by 5 after the end of one, chat. After one quarter, Huskies up by 5. Neither team yet to hit a 3 this game, chat. UConn's 0 for 2 shooting 3. Oh, sorry, South Carolina is 1 for 2. My mistake. I believe that was Pow Pow that got the 3. Yes, Pow Pow got the 3. So UConn 0 for 3 shooting. After the end of one, let me know in the poll chat who you guys got winning. UConn's up by 5 here. Leading score for UConn so far, Azzy Fudd. She had 19 in the first quarter against UCLA in the Final Four. She didn't have any points in the second half, though. She was irrelevant to the win in the second half, at least. Got 19 in the first and then disappeared. See what she does here in this game. Leading scorer for South Carolina, it's Chloe Kitts. She's got 4. South Carolina is shooting 46% from the field. UConn 50, so just 4% better. Both teams both not shooting well from the 3 so far. 0 for 3 UConn, 1 for 2 South Carolina. Free throws are about the same. Rebounds are almost the same. No blocks yet for either team. 4 steals for UConn, 2 for South Carolina. 4 turnovers in the first quarter for SC. 3 for UConn. Yeah, 3 fouls for South Carolina, 2 for UConn. Oh, see, my stats will say the end of the first quarter for the longest time, and they just update again. Now I got South Carolina shooting 40% after the end of one, UConn 52% after the end of one. That would make sense. That makes more sense, given the score. Score leaders stay the same for the team. UConn shooting 52%, South Carolina 40%. We got second quarter about to tip off here, chat. Got 100% Huskies in the poll. Let's go UConn. I got my Huskies winning this one too. I'm a fan of the UConn men's team, but it makes sense I go for the women's in the national. good. I was hoping that. All right, chat. Second quarter underway here. UConn with possession. Paige Becker's gonna dribble the ball half court. To Strong. Back to Beckers. She takes a shot from the corner and it's good. Paige Beckers with the basket. South Carolina. It's gone about 5 minutes without a basket. That ball out of bounds, but I believe it's going to be off UConn, so Gamecocks keep it. Excuse me. Ball to Fagan, and she gets called for a travel. A 5th turnover for South Carolina. The scoring drought continues here for the Gamecocks. 5 turnovers for SC, 3 for UConn. This is Bud. Beckers. Pass inside to Strong. Baseline. She gets the basket off the board. No defense by South Carolina. This is an 8-0 run for the Huskies now, chat. This is a 9-point lead for UConn. Let's go Huskies. Raven Johnson going to the basket, getting denied by Sarah Strong. Comes Raven Johnson coming in, going up for the basket. Sarah Strong was there. Get that garbage out of here. South Carolina keeps the ball with 15 on the shot clock. This is Edwards working in the paint with the right-hand floater, and she gets that basket. Impressive shot there for Edwards. She now has 5. That puts an end to the scoring drought for South Carolina. That was going on with 6 minutes. As Bud pulls up for a 3. No good as Tessa Edwards gets the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on Ice Brady, her first foul. First foul for UConn. 23-16. Here's Fagan in the paint, kicking it out to Bree Hall. She's going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. She's going to dribble about the half court, reset the offense. 15 on the clock. Johnson in. To Edwards. To Fagan. Fagan goes to the basket and she gets it. Sanya Fagan. Getting her second basket this game for South Carolina. Beckers pulling up from the elbow. No good. Rebounded by Edwards. South Carolina with a chance to close the lead here to 3 or 2. Edwards clearing in traffic, almost losing control of it. Kick out to Johnson. This is Edwards. To Hall. And they're going to call a moving screen on Joyce Edwards. Another turnover for South Carolina. Oh, what's going on, Jaden? What's up, boy? That's a 6th turnover for South Carolina. They had a chance to close the lead there. Hold on, my man. UConn with 6 points off of turnovers today. South Carolina with none. Becker's pulling up. Taking a shot. She's going to draw contact and the foul. They're going to call that one on Joyce Edwards again. Dawn Staley is frustrated on the bench. Joyce Edwards picking up her second foul. She got 5 points this game. That's the second on South Carolina. Dawn Staley's infuriated on the sidelines. Paige Beckers is at the free throw line here. Houston had an amazing comeback. They did. I was watching that game. That was an amazing comeback. That was a good fucking game. I had Duke winning that game, but I'm not upset Houston won whatsoever. Kind of towards halftime, I was even kind of thinking to myself, I hope, honestly, Houston kind of wins this. Beckers gets both her free throws. She's got 8 points. Chloe Kitts back in the game for South Carolina. Houston will beat Florida. I don't know about that. I still got Florida winning the game. I think it'll be close, though. I think it's going to be really close, like last night's game. It's going to be close. Chloe Kitts dunking and weaving in the paint, going for the basket, can't get it. Tessa Edwards with a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, another opportunity here. Gives it to Edwards. She's going to battle in the paint, drawing contact. They're going to call that on Strong, and that's going to be the first on Sarah Strong. South Carolina with a couple long rebounds there. You like UConn women's too? Yeah, I'm going for them because obviously I like my men's team is mine, right? But yeah, I'm going for the Huskies. I mean, if it was any other team, I'd probably be going for South Carolina because Dawn Staley. But Edwards at the line after the foul from Strong. She gets the first. And she goes 2 for 2 at the line. South Carolina's now cut the lead to 5. I've seen obviously Paige Beckers play in the past playoffs too. In the previous years I've watched, so I'm aware of her game. I know Tahina Pow for the Gamecocks. Shea wide open for a corner 3, no good. Al was battling for the rebound. It's gonna go to Beckers. She's gonna pull up for a 3, no good. Raven Johnson's gonna get that rebound. Gamecocks catching a break here. They started 5 for 7 from the field. Since then, they are 3 for 14. UConn's defense has shut the door tight on South Carolina here in the second. Fagan pulling up from the line, and she gets the basket. Sanaya Fagan now with 4. I gotta go though soon. I'm trying to be on your streams more, but every time you are, I'm doing something. I can't stop. LOL. It's all good, Jaden. I appreciate you even coming in for a bit, man. I don't expect you to come in for a full 3-4 hour stream. You just peep in when you can. That's cool, man. Another failed offensive opportunity for the Huskies, rebounded by South Carolina. Joyce Edwards resetting the offense at half court. This is Fagan. Fagan driving in on Al-Elfi, backing up. Back out to Kitts around the corner. She's going to spin on Strong. Pull up. Shot's no good. Strong with the rebound. Beckers. The Fudd. Corner baseline. And AZ Fudd is going to the line as she draws the foul. It's going to be on Bree Hall. 3rd on South Carolina. Like right now, I'm doing research for my work. Okay, man. I know you told me you try your work schedule and you try to get in when you can. I know my streams are all over the place. I'm just doing a afternoon stream today, obviously, because this began at 3. I'll be live for the men's game tomorrow, though, obviously. Fudd goes 2 for 2 at the line. 27-22. What research are you doing? Under 5 minutes remaining in this ball game, chat. UConn is still a 5-point lead. Here's Johnson. The Kits. Strong on the defense on Kits. She's backing in on her. Inside to Johnson. She's going to dribble out baseline around the corner. Kick back out to Kits. Why won't she shoot the three? She gives it to Pow Pow. Pow Pow driving in, but it's blocked by Strong. Unable to control it inbounds. Strong gets the rebound. Gives it to Fudd. Beckhurst to Shea. Kick out the Fudd. Dribbles in. Kicks a shot. It's good. Azzy Fudd with the pull-up jumper. She has 11 now, chat. She's 4 for 7 from the field. Yeah, 19 in the first half of the semifinals against UCLA, but she had nothing in the second quarter. And Tessa Edwards takes a jumper three, and it's short. Rebounded by Strong to Beckers. Sarah Strong now with 9 rebounds. We're only in the second quarter, 6 points. And Strong's going to take a shot at the basket, and it's going to be blocked by Tessa Johnson. It's going to stay with UConn as that ball goes out of bounds, South Carolina. We got a TV timeout here, chat. 29-22, 3:50 to go till halftime. Okay, I gotta go. Gotta get this done like before 6. Might come back later. I gotta get it done. If I get it done early. Appreciate you coming in, Jaden. Have a good night. Good luck on your research. Appreciate you coming in even for a bit, man. 9-point lead. Sarah Strong gets another basket for UConn. 3.5 remaining, chat. But Wiley. And she loses control of it. Azzy Fudd with the steal. Fudd down the court, and she gets the basket. Azzy Fudd with the fast break points for UConn. 11-point lead. It's another 8-0 run for the Huskies, chat. South Carolina finding themselves in a pit here. I don't know what's going on. Pow Pow to Kits. It's to Johnson. Johnson driving in around the corner. Takes a shot. High. No. Bounced rebound. Tahina Pow Pow gets it. And Azzy Fudd's going to get called with the foul on the reach-in. Third on UConn. Here's the replay for Wiley. Story looking at that again. That was Shade getting the poke from Wiley. Azzy Fudd came up with the loose ball. Kits. Throwing it inside the Pow Pow. Taking out the Bree Hall for a three. No good. Johnson going for the rebound. And that's going to be out of bounds on South Carolina. UConn ball. Nobody on FC stepping up today to play for them, man. Dawn Staley's fucking cheesed on the sidelines. Melissa Wiley, though, as the SEC 6th Woman of the Year, has done nothing this game. Bud to Shade. And that's blocked by Johnson. Kits picks that up with the deflection. Kicks it back out to Johnson, to Pow Pow. Inside to Kits. Strong all over her on the defense. And her basket's no good. Strong gets the rebound. Chloe Kits with only 4 points, 2 for 8 from the field. Sarah Strong putting Pow Pow on her ass, kicking it out to Beckers. Back to Strong, she takes a shot, no good. Raven Johnson with the rebound. Raven Johnson with 6 rebounds today. Big impact today off the board. She pulls up for a shot, and it's no good again. Strong with the rebound. This is Shade coming down into the field. She's going to reset, come back out to half court. Minute and a half remaining here, chat. Shade with it, top of the key. Gives it to Strong, Kits on the defense. Back to Shade. Into Beckers, to Brady. And Brady doesn't get it off. Shot clock violation. There's a good defensive hold by South Carolina there. Holding UConn to the full first 30 seconds. So you can hold South Carolina there to having a couple good defensive possessions over UConn, but on the offensive side of the court, they can't get anything going, man. 0 points in the last 5 minutes for South Carolina. Not a basket in 5 minutes. We got a minute to go in the second quarter here till halftime, chat. Here's Phil Wiley almost losing control of it again. Tessa Edwards for a three. They desperately needed that one, and she gets it. Tessa Johnson now with 5 points. But Wiley almost losing control of it again. It was almost another turnover for South Carolina. Becker's looking for Chen on the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Tessa Johnson. To Phil Wiley in the corner for a three, and that's a way off air ball. Bree Hall gets the rebound, though. She goes for the hook inside. Doesn't get the basket, but she's going to draw the foul. That foul is going to be called on Ashlyn Shade. That's her first. This is Miriam Dowda at the line. Sorry, Chad. I thought it was Hall that got the foul. It was Dowda. Dowda gets the first free throw. A couple baskets here that South Carolina desperately needs to close this gap going into halftime if they want to come back into it. Dowda, 1 for 2 at the line, rebounded by Strong. 7-point game here with 30 seconds remaining. Sarah Strong with 8 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks this game. She's going to get a double-double. Here's Chen. The Beckers. For Wiley on the defense. Back to Chen. Beckers. Looks like they're going for a 3. 7 to shoot here. Strong. Beckers. Shade for a quarter 3. And she gets it. Ashlyn Shade. First 3 of the game for Connecticut. Nancy Fudd's going to knock that away from Tessa Johnson. Out of bounds, though, UConn. And South Carolina's going to have 1.4 to do something before halftime here. Well, Wiley to Tessa Johnson. Spin back on Chen. No good at the buzzer. After 2 quarters, chat, UConn up by 10 over South Carolina. That's only with UConn having 1 made 3 this whole game. Daisy Fudd leading this game with 13. South Carolina having okay defense, holding UConn to only 36 after 2. But they got nothing going on offense. They need somebody to step up and be a shooter for them today. After the end of 2 quarters, Ashley Fudd leading the way for UConn with 13. South Carolina leading scorer. They don't really have one. It's tied between Tessa Johnson and Joyce Edwards. They both only have 5. No players yet in double digits for South Carolina. They need their starters to step up. Their Pow Pow, who only has 3. Chloe Kitts with only 4. I feel like the last 2 games she has not been. All season I hear like Chloe Kitts. And then the last two games I watched of South Carolina, she's been a non-factor in both games. Like, really not impressed by her game. Like, fuck. And they have a big girl guarding her, like an actual big girl guarding her. Like, she fucking. You guys are doing it. I know. Female Huskies up by 10. What's going on, Stroud? Gone shooting 48%, so below 50, but way better than South Carolina shooting 30%. Yeah, it's not even South Carolina's defense that's losing the game really for them. It's fucking they're off. Like, nobody's going. Nobody's going on the offensive side. Like, shit. And none of their players have really even gotten going. Paige Beckers only has 8, like I said. Sarah Strong only with 8. You know, wait till Caitlin Chen really gets involved. Like, I mean, shit, bro. Like, if these players really start going off, Azzi Fudd had 19 in the first half against Texas. Like, I mean UCLA. If she really starts to click in the second half, South Carolina's done, bro. This game's gonna be done by the third quarter. Scar can't shoot. Not what's gonna cost them. And South Carolina can't shoot. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, their defense is okay because what I said earlier. Yeah, UConn has 36, but this score could be a lot higher than what it is realistically. They've been like mildly okay on some defensive holds on UConn. UConn had 2 shot clock violations in this game, but there's no there's nobody shooting. They neither stars step up. Like I was just saying, I hear all season about this Chloe Kitts here in the last 2 games. She's been like literally irrelevant. I know Tahina Pow is a star from beyond the arc. She's only got 3 though. Joyce Edwards, all SEC, only with 5, shooting 30%. UConn only with 1 3. That's a scary thing too. Let's say UConn gets like 5 threes in the second. They only have 1 3. They're 1 for 7 3 shooting. South Carolina's 2 for 9. Free throws aren't a big factor here. 5 for 5, 4 for 6. 22 total rebounds for South Carolina, so they hold the boards over UConn. Offensive wise, but not defensive. UConn's got the defensive boards. 9 assists for UConn. They're moving the ball well. 3 blocks, UConn, 2 South Carolina. 5 steals for UConn, 3 for South Carolina. 7 turnovers for South Carolina after the end of 2. UConn only with 4, so there's a factor there. UConn was able to get a lot of points off turnovers off South Carolina. I don't believe they have any yet, so that's going to be a factor if they're unable to change that. And the fouls I don't think are a big deal. 7 to 5. UConn's got more than SC. Yeah, I agree, Stroud. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you're right. Their defense has been well because UConn could have much more than 36 realistically this game. They haven't been playing well at all either. But South Carolina just cannot shoot. No one's got it going. Go get something to eat, rock a piss, walk your dog, pet your cat. It is halftime chat. We're just gonna chill here. Gave you guys a couple stats there. Bud leading the way for UConn, South Carolina. Nothing, bro. They really, really need to step up. Sarah Strong already with 12 rebounds, 8 points, 2 assists, 4 blocks, so she'll get a double-double this game. She's been really well in this tournament here for UConn. I've seen nothing but highlights for her. South Carolina got to get back to their ways of old, man. All I've heard for years is just South Carolina dominating in the women's game. Not for years, but in the last 4. Now they find themselves down by 10 here, and they need someone to step up and shoot. UConn's offense is phenomenal too, and their defense is mid, but not bad. They're the opposite of South Carolina right now. Yeah, yeah. You're right. You got winning the men's game tomorrow, Stroud. I got Florida. Well, I had a Florida Duke matchup, but obviously Houston won. I'm happy Houston won. Again, I had Duke winning, but like at halftime, I was kind of like, you know what? I hope Houston wins. I was telling Jaden this. Like halfway through, I was like, you know what? If they get this dub, I'll be happy. And Houston did come back. They ended up with the crazy comeback win, and they won. I think LSU would have been better over UConn. I saw the highlights for that game, but I didn't watch the LSU South Carolina game. I missed that one. Let's go Cougs. I'm a Cougs fan. Yeah, Houston. Here we go. I'm not even gonna bullshit. Yeah, I had Duke winning yesterday, but I'm happy Houston won. I was like, you know, I was seriously, bro. I was sitting there during halftime. I swear to God, and I was like, I hope the Cougars come back and win this. Honestly, I'm like, that'd be dope if they fucking beat Duke, and they did. I still have Florida winning tomorrow, though. I still got Florida winning, though. Yeah, Clayton Jr. scoring 30 plus points in back-to-back games. How was Houston gonna stop that? LSU would have been better against UConn. I want LSU UConn finals next year. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the UConn Lady Huskies going back. And what's your hat? I'm embarrassed to say because it's a Big East team, but it's like one of the two college teams that I owe, and I just wanted to put it on because it's got a final badge from 2018 San Antonio on it. It's Villanova. Honestly, the Lids a couple years ago, Lids HD hat drop had a college drop a couple years ago, and they didn't have UConn as a selection. And then they had a multiple selected teams. I just landed on Villanova. I was like, fuck it, I'll go with the Big East team. I thought this was the coolest patch that they had available. I do want to get a UConn hat eventually, and I will. I just rock the Villanova because it's one of the college I have. The other one I have is on my Florida State. I wear that for football season. They have their 2013 championship patch on that hat, so I wear that. I gotta get more college hats though. I gotta get more college jerseys. The only college jerseys I have is I got Nike UNC Jordan jerseys. Home blue, blue and white, and the home and away. Me and you go back and forth. Does LSU play UConn in the finals? I'm an LSU lady fan. Yeah, you were watching Angel Reese with all those years. And what was her name? Flau'jae Johnson. Am I swerve in the corner? Whoa. Thinking I'm letting shit go. Her that she wanna show. You show me some more. Alright, hit the toe. Fuck the swerve. Oh. Oh, that fucking song is just everywhere. Who do they even have on? Who's even on the LSU women's team? Anisha Morrow, I've heard of her. Flau'jae Johnson's still there. Kayla Williams. Wolfenbarger. I've heard of her. For some reason, I've heard of her. What team did she used to be on? Arkansas. She used to be on Arkansas. I've heard of her. Oh, this Poa. I've heard of her. From Australia. I've seen her. Okay. Yeah, so I'm aware of some players on the LSU women's team. Like I've heard of them or I've seen clips or highlights of their game. I guess only four of their players. What, did you become a fan during like the Angel Reese period, or were you like a fan before that? I wonder how many people became Iowa State. I'm sorry, not Iowa State, Iowa Hawkeye fans during the Caitlin Clark. During the Caitlin Clark era. And now that she's gone, they're watching the team. They're like, eh. I don't know if I want to watch this team anymore. In men's, I'm an LSU and Houston fan. I've been a Houston fan since I was one. I just like LSU because Angel was my favorite player ever. And in football, Joey B and Chase come from there. I've been a Houston fan forever. Joey Burrow, our Chase. Fair enough. Fair enough. Back your chat. Third quarter action. South Carolina down by 6 here. Hagan taking a shot at the rim. No good. Strong with the rebound. 12th defensive rebound for Sarah Strong this game. Strong to Chen. Cross court to LLP. Working on the deck. Takes out the Chen. She's going to drive in. Takes a hook shot. No good. Rebounded by Pow Pow. Pow Pow's going end to end, and she's going to have it wrestled out of bounds by Paige Beckers. Carolina gets the ball back. Hitz is going to take a deep three. No good. Rebounded by Bakers as that was a loose ball in the court. Chloe Kitts still with only 4 points this game. And Azzy Fudd goes to lay it in. Doesn't get the basket, but she gets fouled. That's going to be on Bree Hall. Azzy Fudd is going to shoot free throws now. I will always support Houston. Okay, I'm going to go to JG9. I came from JG9 because the raid was bad, but I'm going to go back. I will check on you in the fourth. Wait, did he raid me? I came from JG9 because the raid was bad? Wait, do you mean like he raided me or oh no. Oh, someone else and it was like a bad raid. Oh. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? He raided someone else. Okay, okay. I thought you meant he raided me. You were the only one that came in. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Alright, yo, take it easy. I appreciate you coming in here. No doubt. Chloe Kitts battling on Strong. She finally gets a basket. She's got 6 now. The person never read chat. Oh. Well, tell homie to fucking raid me more often, bro. See you in the 4th. I'll see you in the 4th, bro. Damn, man. Fucking people getting... Yeah, and I bet that guy he raided probably has twice as more fucking views than I ever will, and he's just sitting there doing fucking nothing. What pisses me off this fucking streaming shit is when I see shit like that. I had this conversation with a fucking homie. I'm actually trying to fucking do shit, and you got people sitting here and dead quiet, doing nothing, not reading chat, but they get fucking thousands of views. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Holy fucking shit. I swear I get so fucking overlooked, bro. Yeah, call it an ego thing. What the fuck is going on here? I wouldn't mind a fucking raid here or there, dude, when more than fucking one person comes in. Like, shit. Pow Pow going inside, and she throws it out of bounds. Another turnover for South Carolina. 8 now for the Gamecocks. Fuck, I feel kind of bad going on that mini rant there. Fuck, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Even if these guys wanted to fucking talk and work on some content together, I swear to fucking God, I'd be so down in a heartbeat. All I want to do is, like, collab and make content with... Like, dude, stop paying attention to fucking people that aren't doing anything. But driving in, door closed on Kitch, kick out to Chen. She's gonna shoot a 3, no good, rebounded by Fudd. Back out to Chen, to Beckers. Fudd on the outside, Kit's going in on the defense. She gets through, blow by, floater in the paint, she gets the basket. Azzy Fudd now is 17. 40-28. Fudd strips it from Bree Hall. Another turnover. The Chen down court. Oh, she couldn't get the layup. Joyce Edwards gets the rebound. The Johnson kicks it back to Hall at the end for a 3. No good. Al Elfie with the rebound. South Carolina cannot score. Al Elfie gave it to Azzy Fudd. The Chen, hand off to Beckers. Behind her to Chen for an open 3. And she can't get it. Raven Johnson with the rebound. Whew. Here's Joyce Edwards. Paige Beckers is going to pick up the foul. That's going to be a foul on Beckers. That's the second on UConn. South Carolina still with the ball. Pow Pow to Edwards. Back to Pow Pow. To Edwards. Shooting from the elbow. No basket. We're going to another foul against Connecticut. That's going to go on Al Elfie towards Kits. That's her third as she was going for the rebound. Number 3 on Jana, Al Elfie. Edwards inbounds to Kits. Shouldering in on Al Elfie. And another whistle against her. That's her 4th now. Back-to-back fouls on Jana Al Elfie. The big defender for UConn. Couple fakes by Chloe Kitts, drawing the foul by Al Elfie. She definitely got her there. Yeah, Chloe Kitts is going to shoot free throws here. She's going to have to sit with 4 fouls. She's in deep fouling out trouble. Oh my. Kitts missing her free throw. Jana Al Elfie's going to sit for the Huskies. 40-28. Kitts goes 1 for 2 at the line. 40-29. She had the ability to cut it down to 10. Still by 11. Alyssa Wiley coming in now. She gets about 11 points a game, chat. None today. SEC 6th Woman of the Year with no points in the championship game. Here's Brady to Shade. Strong. Floater in the paint is good. Sarah Strong with another double-double. That's her 10th point. 12 rebounds today for the freshman. Well, Wiley dumps it to Tessa Johnson. She goes up trying to get a foul. Not going to get it. It's rebounded by Azzy Fudd. Fudd with a move over Tessa Edwards, cutting through the defense and getting the basket. Azzy Fudd now with 19 points in this game. She cut through that defense like a slice of butter. Chloe Kitts faking into three. She's going to drive in now. They're going to call a foul against Ice Brady. That's going to put South Carolina back at the line. Well, fortunately for UConn, I believe it's going to be Chloe Kitts back at the line. She just went 1 for 2. She's not shooting well today. So AZ Fudd now with 19. Into the last game against UCLA with 19. Chloe Kitts at the line here. It's the first. Right back, chat. TV timeout. 48-35, chat. Huskies up by 13 with 4.5 to go into third. Nobody has stepped up yet for this Gamecocks in scoring yet. Their leading scorer, now Chloe Kitts with 9. She had 4 at halftime. She's got a couple free throws here in a basket. And Sanaya Fagan with 6. Pow Pow still with 3. Gamecocks not playing like their normal self. UConn having stunning defense. Huskies gonna start wearing them down soon. I don't know if South Carolina's gonna have a late fourth quarter comeback in them. All Huskies gotta do is start piling it on. Paige Becker's at the line. She's got 9 this game. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. 50-35 now. 15-point lead for the Huskies. Paige Becker's #1 WNBA draft prospect this season. South Carolina is going to make a push. They got to do it now. Ball almost poked away by Beckers. And Edwards is going to have it poked away by Strong, but it's going to be out of bounds on UConn. South Carolina keeps it with 14 on the clock. Pow to Edwards. Edwards. To Fagan. To Pow. For Wiley in the corner for a 3. They need that to hit. No. Far rebound for Wiley. Gets it. She's going to go in. Try to get a board off the... And she gets it. Malaysia for Wiley finally gets her first basket this game. Like I told you earlier, averages 11. She has 2 now. Just getting her first board. Brady inside to Strong. It's going to be poked away, though, by Edwards. Joyce Edwards. UConn ball with 13 on the clock. Like what? Oh. You had so much time. Fagan lays it in for South Carolina. And a timeout taken by UConn. UConn's going to want to chill. This little run kind of taken on now by South Carolina. 50-39, 3:12 to go into third. Fagan with the poke, getting the steal, finding Joyce Edwards down court. Sorry, that was Fagan, my mistake. Sanaya Fagan with the basket. Turnover starting to rack up now for South Carolina. They got 9. UConn with 4. Very good ball control today by the female Huskies. Lady Huskies. In the poll chat, you guys got winning this game. You know I like hearing your guys' opinions on the games. Who's going to win? Right now, we got 5 votes for the Huskies. No one's got faith that South Carolina is going to make a comeback here. If they do, they got to go on a run now, though. That's why Gino called the timeout. UConn still with only 1-3. South Carolina with 2. Both teams not shooting the rock well from beyond the arc this game. Free throws are basically the same. South Carolina now shooting 34% from the field. UConn at 47. Wow. Three minutes left in the third, and there is still not a player in double digits for South Carolina. 21 for Azzy Fudd, 12 for Sarah Strong, 10 for Paige Beckers. South Carolina, the leading scorer, Chloe Kitts with 9. Sanaya Fagan getting her 8. Edwards was 7. Nobody with double digits. I guess you could argue more of the team of South Carolina is getting involved in UConn. Because when you look at the list, Chen, Elfie, each with a pair, Shade with 3, Brady and Arnold yet to score. And then you go over to South Carolina. Everyone that's gone on the floor for South Carolina has scored. So they're getting good ball movement. More players on South Carolina are scoring than UConn, but the ones that they need to score well and get into the double digits aren't. Pow Pow 3. Usually she hits double digits. Kit's got to hit digits. Raven Johnson. Joyce Edwards. She's got 7. Auda with 1. Bree Hall with 2. Like, they got to get going, bro. But everyone that's touched the court for SC has gone a basket. Strong, faking a 3. Kicks it to Azzy Fudd in the corner, and she gets the 3. Azzy Fudd with 24 now. That's her first 3 this game. 24 for the young lady. She said she's coming back to UConn next year for the Lady Huskies in the chat. And Joyce Edwards is going to draw the second foul from Strong. John Staley really upset on the sideline what happened on that previous trip. Azzy Fudd get in the corner 3. She's not happy. Joyce Edwards missed her first free throw. We're now 7 for 11 from the line. Gamecocks today. And Edwards gets the second. South Carolina trying to get their second here. Azzy Fudd, Beckers, and Strong making sure that doesn't happen. Fudd driving in, back out to Strong. She's going to shoot a 3. She gets it. Sarah Strong with the 3, 56-40. This is good. This is about to be game soon. South Carolina, I don't know if they're going to make a run from this, bro. Nobody's stepping up. Pow Pow. Driving in baseline. Out to Edwards. She's spin on Strong. Going for the basket. It's blocked into the hands of Kitts, though. Kitts moving around Strong. She goes up for the board. Looked like a travel. No good. Strong with the rebound. Strong with the block. It went into the hands of Kitts, and she went for the layup and couldn't get that either. KK Arnold with it. Coming back out. Hand off to Fudd. Strong. Looks like UConn's going to set up for a 3 here. To Shea. Driving baseline. Reverse layup. No good. Becker's fighting for the rebound over Edwards. She gets it. Becker's throwing it up and getting contact. Strong with a solid 3 for South Carolina, and they're Gamecocks unable to get the fucking rebounds. So many putback opportunities there for UConn, and Becker's getting the rebound and then drawing the foul. She's at the line shooting free throws. Minute 45 here, chat, in the third quarter. And Beckers goes 2 for 2 at the line. 18-point game. Paige Beckers, Strong, and Fudd combined with 100 points each in the NCAA tournament. First trio to do it in the tournament since 2009. Johnson muscling in on Arnold. A lot of contact there from Edwards and Arnold. She goes for the shot, can't get it. It's rebounded from going out of bounds by Beckers. And they're drawing another foul on South Carolina. This is on Sanaya Fagan. The defense for UConn is smothering South Carolina. They can't get a breath of fresh air. Chat, this is becoming too much for the Gamecocks. This is becoming hard to watch. We're watching one team just pile another. The score may not say it, but... And Arnold gets denied by Joyce Edwards, but she's going to be fouled. And now KK Arnold will shoot free throws for UConn. Both teams in the bonus here. Oh my god, nothing going right for the way of the Gamecocks. "39 seconds and a foul called on Joyce Edwards." Joyce Edwards gonna have to sit. Kit's coming back in for her. Sarah Strong at the free throw line here. After the foul by Edwards. 60-42 here. Sarah Strong at the line. Goes 2 for 2. 61-42. Sarah Strong with 17 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. This is the first time she's sitting on the bench today for the Huskies, chat. Getting her first breather. 30 seconds remaining in this game. Pow Pouch pulling up for a 3. They need that to hit. They don't. Raven Johnson going for the rebound. It's going to belong to Shade. But it's going to belong to... We're going to have a foul called on Tessa Johnson, who tried to force a tie-up. Dawn Staley infuriated with that call. I can tell her mouth from here that's bullshit. She's saying that's some bullshit. "14 personals called on Connecticut, 12 on South Carolina." There was Raven Johnson and Tessa Johnson grabbing at Ashlyn Shade, trying to force a tie-up, but they called the foul on Tessa Johnson. Shade goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Back to a 20-point lead for UConn here. Raven Johnson on the outside. Arnold on the defense to Pow Pow. Here's Azzy Fudd. Hits with the screen. Pow Pow spinning on Arnold, going for the basket. Can't get it. Rebounded by Griffin, and that's shot clock. UConn up by 20 over South Carolina, chat, in the championship here. End of the third, going into the final quarter. Can South Carolina come back? It'll have to be a comeback of epic proportions. They're really going to need to start hitting threes. Threes, 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 threes. They're sitting Sarah Strong now. She's got 17. Azzy Fudd's still on the court, though, at 24, and you know Beckers will still be playing. Nobody's still with double digits for South Carolina. I think Kits does. But it's a rough game for the Gamecocks. No one's shooting well. Every time they get an open look, squat. Huskies now with 3 threes this game. Gamecocks still at 2. They didn't hit one in that half. Haven't hit one this half so far. My mistake. Pretty under 40% shooting for the Gamecocks. 47% still for UConn. After 3 quarters, chat. Connecticut Huskies up by 20 here. It's been a rough game on both sides of the ball for South Carolina. Defensively has been so okay, but in the third they have dropped off the map here. Shooting has been a non-factor for South Carolina this game. They can't get a 3 to save their lives. They trying, man. They're going to have to do everything. Don Staley's going to have to pull everything out of her playbook here if they want a chance to win in this one. What I've noticed watching this game, and I think I said this the other one, South Carolina doesn't have a true big. Like, they don't have a real true big. It's not Kits. She's not a true big. She has been bullied by Sarah Strong all day long. Sarah Strong has had her way with this woman. Chloe Kits is not your big. It's not Raven Johnson. Well, obviously. Obviously not Pow Pow. It's not Joyce Edwards. Like, they don't have a true big. And then total pure straight bred, honestly, I don't think like Sarah Strong's a true big either. She's just bullying this girl today, having her way with her. Hype shit. What up, Auntie K? 20-point lead here for the Huskies. South Carolina gonna have to get some stops and threes. But that's not gonna help. As KK Arnold goes all the way to the rim with the basket and the one. 9 seconds and South Carolina already committing the foul. That's on Maddie McDaniel. She just came in for the first time this game for South Carolina. Appreciate you coming in the stream, bro. KK Arnold's at the free throw line now, and she gets the 3-point play. Largest lead of the game here today for UConn. It's McDonald with it. Sorry, not McDonald. Sorry, McDaniel. She goes into the line. She goes into the paint for a shot, and she's going to be fouled. I believe that foul is going to be on Beckers. It's her second. That puts Maddie McDaniel for South Carolina at the free throw line here. Be right back, chat. Give me like 20 seconds. I don't mean. Oh, I went to the store to get us back. Yeah, I was not. Some did provide a little bit of warmth, but it's still. I still have to put a. Oh, yeah. Lock Street. Talking on. Peanut cookies. Chill out. Don't go working. Watch some basketball. Kid is like, no. Daniel with the 3. Not no good. Not no good. Fuck, that sounded stupid. As he Butt at the other end, taking a 3, and she's not going to get that one. There's going to be a foul on UConn, though. Oh, sorry, that's on South Carolina. That's Tessa Johnson with the foul. 70-44, chat. I don't think we're going to be seeing a South Carolina come back in this one anytime soon. Strong inside the Becker. She gets the basket and the one. Paige Beckers with the 3-point opportunity here. UConn's fixing themselves up nicely to win this one. Making the layup with the good assist there by Strong. Everyone on the bench is hype. A foul was on. And she gets the free throw. 3-point play for Paige Beckers is complete. And KK Arnold almost poking it away from Johnson there. Finds Hall down court. Inside to Edwards. Kick back out to Johnson. The Hall. Strong on the defense. Johnson in the corner. And Edwards lost it out of bounds. UConn, they're going to say last touch to Azzy Fudd. Huskies already in the bonus here, chat. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter already. UConn's already in the bonus. Holy shit. All inbounds to Edwards, and she can't get the bank to go in. Going to be smacked across half court. Bree Hall is going to locate that one and give it to Wiley. With the shot clock. There's 7 to go here for Wiley, aggressively going to the board, and she gets the basket. 73-46 now. That was just her second basket today. The star sophomore for South Carolina. Averaging 11 a game, only 4 today in the championship. Fudd kicks out the Strong. She drives in, back out the Fudd on transition. No three. That's going to be out of bounds off Joyce Edwards as she couldn't handle the rebound. Pressure there by Ashlyn Shade. Their customers noticed how Raccoon came up. Arnold going on the attack, and she gets the basket. 75-46. But Wiley behind the back, driving in the paint, going for the reverse right hand, and she gets it. That was a really good move there by Melissa Wiley. I didn't think that was going to go in. It did. She's got 6 now. There's 6 to go here. Arnold. All the shot clock times. It's down to 7. Strong shooting at 3, and she gets it. Sarah Strong with another 3 for the Huskies. She's got 22 now. 15 rebounds. And we're going to have a foul on KK Arnold. "22 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists for this Sarah Strong. Having herself a game in the championship here. Thoughts? Not too much from halftime, Stroud. Pretty much same shit. Nobody from South Carolina shooting. This is a blowout. It is. This is fucked. This is a blowout. Nobody from South Carolina got it going the game. The whole game. Nobody. I still don't think there's nobody on South Carolina with double digits. Nope. The leading scorer for South Carolina is still Chloe Kitts with 9. Nobody with double digits. This was not as entertaining as I was hoping it was going to be. Fudd with a hook in the paint. Got her own rebound. Kick back out the Beckers. This is the Arnold now. She's going to take a walk back to half court. Wasting time off the shot clock here. That's all they're going to do with under 5 in the game here to Strong. Strong, 2 to shoot. She's going to drive in. Kick out the Fudd with 3 at the buzzer. No good. Shade with the rebound, though, at the other end. She's going to give it to Beckers. UConn, 15 on the shot clock. They have another chance here. 4:30 in the game. Like I said earlier, the South Carolina defense was phenomenal. The offense is gone. You streaming the NCAA finals? Yes, I will be tomorrow night. And give KK Arnold 2 more as she gets the layup through the defense. She's got 9 now. 3 for 3 from the field. 80-48 game here, chat. This is over. Here's Fagan. She gets held up by Becker. It's going to be out of bounds on UConn. We're going to have a TV timeout here, chat. 4 minutes remaining. UConn on the doorstep of winning another championship title. It's 80-48. All hopes of the Gamecocks coming back in this one are over. I'll be live for the game tomorrow. And what a send-off for Paige Beckers, too, on her final college game. She's going to be the number 1 WNBA draft prospect. Need a search party to find South Carolina's offense. Call the Amber Alert. Ain't I right? LOL. Yeah. Sorry, Stratos are looking at something. Well, this way. Yeah, it's a little disappointing. I was hoping to have a lot closer game, a much better game. I hope this isn't how tomorrow night goes. I really, really hope tomorrow night's game is nothing like this. I did not think we were going to see a blowout like this. I thought the margin would be by like 7 or 8. What happened to South Carolina National Mystery today on the Discovery Channel? Huh. That's a good one. That's a good one. Put them on National Geographic. We gotta find their geo. Great mystery of where the South Carolina defense dissipated off to. We're gonna have a kickball out of bounds off Arnold. They should have never put UConn at 2. No, in my opinion, UConn should have been 1 over Texas. I don't know how Texas got the fucking number 1. I mean, I don't know how the like rankings and everything go by region, but it should have been South Carolina, UCLA, UConn. And I don't know who else. There's Tessa Johnson making a 3 for South Carolina, though it might be too little too late. South Carolina said we made the finals. We don't have to show up anymore. Yeah, they think it's an automatic win every year that they make the finals, which isn't the case. Joyce Edwards getting the open layup at the other end of the court. She's got 10 now for South Carolina. 3 minutes left in this game, chat. UConn is going to win this championship here today. South Carolina had chance of going on a 2-peat. They're not going to do it, going back to back, as Sarah Strong gets the layup. She now has 24 points, 15 rebounds. But Wiley missing a 3. Edwards with the rebound. Spin back on Strong. No good. Bud getting that rebound. Sarah Strong got 114 points in the NCAA tournament. That's the most by freshmen in D1 history. Also, does South Carolina's coach know how to take... South Carolina never took a timeout. No, they've only taken 1. South Carolina's only used 1 timeout. And now UConn's using their 2nd. Or they just said they called a timeout, but I guess not. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mimi. It's a Canadian Tire. Under a minute to go here, chat. Huskies gonna beat South Carolina. 82-56 right now. Paige Beckers is out of the game. She's had a great fucking career at UConn. Gonna be a number 1 draft prospect in the WNBA draft coming up. Husky murder a bird on Animal Planet tonight. Yeah, there will be. 45 seconds here. Edwards with the block. 42 seconds remaining here, chat. 82-56. UConn, a number 2 seed, playing the 1 seed Carolina. This is going to be their 12th national championship, the first time since 2016. Wiley with the 3, and she gets that one. Where was that all game? Now, like, South Carolina's gone 2 threes in the last minute here. Like, where was that all game? He did the same. Huskies just going to dribble this one out, chat. They're going to win this one. It's going to be a shot clock violation as it's like a tenth of a second off. That's fucking ridiculous. Let them run onto the court. There's 0.1 seconds left. Oh my god. Bro, give it to them. There's 0.1 on the clock. And there we go. UConn wins the national championship for the NCAA women's chat. 82-59. Paige Beckers winning a national championship with UConn. Taking down Dawn Staley and the Gamecocks. Nobody got it going today for South Carolina. Their shooting was abysmal. Really kind of didn't start shooting well till the last like 3 minutes of game there, but you guys did it. Yeah, we did it. Woo! I mean, to be honest, I had USC winning in the women's side, but I'll take a UConn win. My men's team were unable to get it done, so I'm happy the Lady Huskies were. And Paige Becker's obviously getting a national championship too. Everything she's been through the last 4 years. Or 5, because didn't she decide to stay an extra year? You're not happy. I don't really care. Like, it's not my team, you know. I don't. It's like whatever, you know. Like I'm happy they won, but like talking about your favorite team won it all, brother. I think you went to smoke something while we. This isn't my favorite team. It's the men's side. Yeah, I don't really have a team in women's college. I don't watch it enough. I don't really. I'm just going. I just went for UConn today because I told you if UConn wasn't playing today, I would go for South Carolina. Yeah, don't put that over my head. Jeez, fam. I just went for UConn today because why not? You know, if it was like South Carolina and UCLA, I would have gone for South Carolina. But the Huskies are going to come on top of the championship today. Gamecocks finally had 2 players get in the double digits this game. Joyce Edwards and Tessa Johnson, each with 10. Kind of pales in comparison to Paige Becker, 17. Ozzy Fudd and Sarah Strong, each with 24. 15 rebounds for Strong. Those are crazy numbers. Back-to-back double doubles for her. Paige Becker's finally winning a championship. I thought you would go for UConn, but because you like the men's. UConn men's gonna win it all next year. Yeah, I hope so. Okay, we're sending. Yeah, men's gonna win it next year. I just went for the women's today because I don't watch enough women's college to really have a team. I should though. I should next season watch more games. I agree. Wasn't that good of a game. Gonna be honest, that was kind of boring. I mean, it was a blowout from start to finish. First the first like 3 minutes were entertaining, but after that, it was all Huskies. Pau Pau still finishing the game with 1-3. Wow. I know she's a machine from beyond the arc, and she was irrelevant today. That surprises me. Like I said earlier, I hear all season, all this talk about Chloe Kitts, Chloe Kitts, Chloe Kitts, blah, 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 blah. Bro, I watched 2 games of her, and she is not what, I don't know. She's been shut down the last 2 games, bullied on the inside. So I don't know what the big hype was around her all season. When were you when UConn won back-to-back title in men's? I was here. I was watching. I became a fan of the UConn Huskies program the season before that. That's when I started watching. And then the season after, they won their first championship, and then they won the. Then that's when they went back to back last year. So I've been a fan of them for about 4 years. Give your sushi. It's up to you. I was right here watching both games. Yeah, man. Like I was just saying, like I hear all this talk about Clit. She got shut down. Both games I watched of her. And Becker's finishing her final college game with 17, 24 for Azzy Fudge. She's returning for UConn next year. Watched 2 games of her back to back. She's played really well. I like her game. Sarah Strong with 24. I believe she's going to be returning. Hugo logging off now, I guess. I will be. Appreciate you coming in, Stroud. I'm just going to watch a little bit more of the celebration here. I'm going to read some stats off. 48% shooting from the field today for UConn, 34 for South Carolina. Nobody shot the ball well today. That was really bad. Each team with 4 threes, 4 for 17 UConn, 4 for 16 South Carolina. So threes, I don't think were a really big deal in this game. They got like 2 threes in the last minute there, South Carolina. So free throws were about equal. UConn bested South Carolina on the board game today, 42 rebounds to 38. 19 for South Carolina, though, over the 16th of the Huskies. 26 defensive boards for UConn. 18 assists for the Huskies, 9 for South Carolina. No ball movement, really, for the Gamecocks today. Tried forcing a lot of fast breaks, which UConn shut down. Blocks were about equal, 5-4. Steals were almost similar, 8-6. 6 for South Carolina. Turnovers were a big margin here, 11 for South Carolina, 7 for UConn, which is not good. And fouls are about equal too. Really high numbers here. We almost got into the 20s. 19 for the Huskies and 17 for South Carolina. So pretty high fouling numbers here for both teams. Appreciate you coming in, Stroud. Appreciate you coming in, chatting. I think you liked the stream. If you did, appreciate you, man. We had 5 votes today in the poll. 100% Huskies. It was all Huskies all day, all UConn. I'm happy they won. It's like, yeah, I'm neutral. I feel like that's the proper word for it. I'm neutral. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm happy they won. I'm happy Becker's got a championship in her collegiate career. I am. I'm just like, okay, they won. Yeah, okay. If it was any other team over UConn, I would have gone with South Carolina. Like, okay. It's good for them. I'm happy one of their 2 teams got a championship. The men's will get it next season, though. Mark my words. Huskies are already making roster moves. We will see them next season in the championship. I guarantee you on the men's side. Beckers with 477 career tournament points. That's the 3rd most all time in the women's. Yeah, overall, be real, chat. Pretty boring game. 90% UConn just dominating over South Carolina in the finals here. I would have liked to see USC in the finals. That's who I had personally in the winning of the championship, but with the loss of Juju Watkins, obviously too much for them to come back from. UConn with the offensive dominance today. South Carolina, like I've just repeated over and over, nobody's shooting well. Nobody really did that good. Bad day for the Lady Gamecocks. Bad 3 shooting. Bad shooting from the goal. 34% is fucking piss. 13 for 18 from the 3 throw is not that good either. That's actually pretty bad now that I look at it. 18 for 21 UConn. That's pretty bad. Anyways, chat, that's going to be all from me today. Of course, we will be live tomorrow for the men's tournament. Florida Gators against the Houston Cougars. I believe that game starts at 7:30 tomorrow. I will be live for that game, so make sure you turn into that one. Should be, I hope, more entertaining than this. I hope we don't have 2 back-to-back blowouts. That would kind of suck. I really like to not see 2 40-point blowouts. What happened? Get over the fishy. I'm going to give you your dinner in a second, kid. That's going to be all from me today, though, chat. The Connecticut Huskies are your 2025 Women's National Champions. NCAA Women's National Champion. That puts an end to the March Madness side for the women's tournament. Men's ends tomorrow. Good couple games here I've watched in the women's bracket. Not going to lie, I need to watch more women's college games because it is entertaining. I'm already watching WNBA regular season games, so I don't know why I don't watch more college. It only makes sense to watch the up-and-comers. And the ladies are talented. It's high-scoring games, unlike people think. I mean, UConn just dropped 82 on their ass. That's about average for a men's team, too, in the 80-90. So, like, 82-59. Huskies win. I'll catch you all tomorrow for Gators and Cougars on the men's side. I appreciate you all coming in today, liking, chatting, voting up in the poll. I appreciate all of it. I hope you all have a safe and good night. And I will catch you all tomorrow night around 7:30 Eastern Time for the men's national championship. But on the women's, Connecticut Huskies are your women's NCAA national champions. Thank you for tuning in, chat. I will catch you all tomorrow night. Appreciate you. Peace out.